2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, just missed. 8 feet to the cup. Oh, that's frustrating. Putting for a bogey. Starting the round above par today.
And a stumble on the opening hole never sets the tone very well. It'll be interesting to see how they react.
A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee. That one's heading down Broadway.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
That's it. It's okay. Getting ready to play their third. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Looking really good. Just hammered that through the line. Putting for par. Ooh, nice looking putt. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Well, when your rival plays golf every single second of the day and eats birdies for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is what you get.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. We need this one to bounce right. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
How close was that to going down? Big par saver coming up for this fella. I like the look of this. Ouch, that hurts. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Okay, let's head to the next. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Currently at 2 over par. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Going with the 7. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. This is from miles away.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
No, that's too bad.
That will drive you bats.
An opportunity to make a par here.
Looking to drop this putt to be even with Bubba.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. This hole is a par 4. Nicely done. Henny, what's the player facing here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Going with the 8-iron here.
4 left.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Well, they tried to fade it in there, but just didn't commit to it.
This would be a great up and down. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. 20 feet to the cup.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
Ooh. A 7-footer right here.
That starts off on a good line.
Well, at least it wasn't a double. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Bogey on the last, but a good opportunity on this one to bounce back with a birdie.
Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Oh. Yeah, golf clap. Really good. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. That's pretty tidy. Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Deep into the front nine. Here we are at the 7th hole. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Sitting at 2 over par. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
This has eyes for the hole. A bit long on that one. Putting for a par now. Kate, steady now. 4 feet to the cup.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
Looks good.
And now to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Wonderfully played. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
That was a gallant attempt. A par putt awaits. And down it goes. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Time to face a par 4. That's a bit out of shape. Second shot here on the 9th. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Eddie, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Birdied their last hole.
Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Ooh, right by the hole. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
Yep, tracking well.
Time now to make the turn for home, Rich, and this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.